Happy New Year, guys. Happy New Year. Good evening. Where are my people? Please start joining us. Yeah, how are we doing? It's a new year. It's a beautiful year for us. It's going to be a beautiful year for us, and I'm sure this year will be much more better than 2020. Well, I'm so happy to have you right here. I'm so happy to be starting a new, not really a new program or anything, but really it's going to be new. It's going to be brand new this year. We're going to be listening to a whole lot. We're going to be having a whole gist to gist ourselves. And yeah, thank you so much for checking up. For the period of time I was not around, you guys checked up. You guys sent messages. I am so grateful. Thank you for checking up. Thank you for those messages. And yeah, for those people who sent me certain things to talk about, yes, I'm going to talk about them. We are going to deal with this topic, and I'm sure you'll be happy. I'll be bringing people this year. Okay, starting from next week, I'll be bringing people who would specialize on those fields and who will actually teach you and actually make you understand more about those questions we've been talking about. And I'm sure we're going to be blessed. So just stay tuned. It's going to be a beautiful ride with me on the show, My Faith in Touch with Reality on the Apostles Radio. Thank you. You know what? When I wanted to shout the Happy New Year the other time, like I literally did not want to shout because I am still having mixed feeling about this year. You know, they said that overhyping Q 2020, you know now. And so we are trying not to overhype 2021 so that things will fall in place for us. Like, I am so entering 2021 with my ear is not even making any noise. I'm not touching anything. I'm just allowing God take charge. Like, enough of our New Year resolution. We keep writing a whole lot. And at the end of the day, we find out that most of everything on our list is not even forthcoming. We are not actually doing what we wrote in those books. We are not getting those things we thought we were going to get. And they'll begin to feel like is God being partial? Is God not being good to us? You know what? Actually, there is nothing in this life. I was just thinking about last year. Those people who lost and were crying, why did you have to die? This, that. As if we were not going to do without them. But the truth is, man, life is going on. We are moving on. Everything is still going on perfectly. It means that when you kill yourself on top of a matter, people will still live their life. So please just tread carefully this 2021. Let it be known about you that this 2021, you took life easy. No wahala for you. Just tread carefully and beautifully. And also, I would just like to say that just try to avoid too much explanation. Anything that will lead you to too much explanation. This FC shalaye, like, don't shalaye to anybody. Anything that would involve you explaining yourself over and over and over, sapping your energy. See, just quickly go away from those kind of things. See, what is understood does not need to be explained. Like Tokemakiwa will say, when you understand something, you don't need to keep explaining that same thing over and over to somebody. Anybody that does not want to understand or does not want to know what you are saying, let them deal with it yourself. Don't stress yourself this year. Allow God to be the one directing you this year. Allow God to be the one leading you this year. Don't do things by your own strength. Enough of trying to write down. At the end of the day, nothing is forthcoming. Just put everything in God's hands and then you just watch. Now, when I'm saying watch, it doesn't mean you're not going to work at all, but I'm just trying to say don't overstress yourself. You're now feeling like will 2020 just be like this. No, just rest on God. Just have your faith in Him. Just rely on him and trust Him to just follow you through the process. Like, I'm also sure that when you rely fully on the Lord is going to help you this year. Yeah, like I was saying the other time, like, enough of trying to engage in petty talks. I don't know, that is actually taking so much of our time, and I know it took so much of your time. 2020 was just drama. Like, every day you were just expecting new things to just unfold because it was just a lot of drama. Today you're like, tomorrow you're like, next tomorrow you're like, hey, like, a lot really happened. And see, to this year, what I just wanted to sit down and think about is, okay, this thing I'm getting myself involved in 3 months time, will I actually be what I'll be bothering about? Will I have to even still talk about this matter matter. Like, I'm actually sapping my energy on this thing now. Will it actually profit me in the next 3 months? Will it make me grow taller? You that you want to grow, will it actually add to the money in my bank account? What is it going to do for me? If it's only giving you the negative vibes, negative things, please stay off it, clear off it totally, and begin to invest your time in what is profitable. Like, I believe wisdom is profitable to direct, and why we are saying all this, a lot of people picking 1 or 2, and they would definitely get the results doing this. Okay, another thing is, I would actually like you to, all of us that would want to write, I want to build that 2020, I want to buy car, I want to go to Dubai, I want to do this, that. See, let us just calm down. Let's calm down. Begin your resolution with things you feel you can keep up with, actually. Things you feel you can keep up with, the lifestyle you feel you are lacking in and you want to get better. Start with something like that. E.g., maybe you don't take enough water. Just tell yourself, this 2020, and I'm going to go everywhere with my bottle of water. In my car, there is water in my car. Beside me there is water. When I get to work, there's a bottle of water. Like, you can start your resolution with something like that, and when you become better at something petty like that, something small like that, you find out that it's easy for you to actually carry on with something bigger. Don't always just jump to the big things. To this year I must build that, so when it's not forthcoming you now want to kill yourself. No, don't do that. Okay, this water thing, as small as it might look, you know, water is very important to life. Actually, it helps the brain function well, it helps the skin glow, it helps you do it helps a lot of organ function properly in your body, in your system, and you know you just want to be okay. So start with that. Get water. Always go out with water. When you keep that in mind and you keep doing that consistently, if you become consistent in doing little things, then bigger things would actually be given to you to handle. Do you understand that? Yeah, for some of us that were having bad reading habits, you know, you can start with, anytime you stand up from your bed, you place your book back on your bed. So when you come back from work or anywhere you go to, you meet your book on your bed, and you could actually start reading. Kunuga. And the song you just listened to is Moria and Nugba. Like, God is actually going to give us mercy, like double this year, and is going to crown all our efforts with so much grace. And you know we can't actually do anything, we can't do so much without the grace of God, and that's why we chose that song. Okay, Moduke Moria Anugba, for as many that has received grace from God. Like, we are grateful for 2020. Notwithstanding all that happened, we are still grateful, and we believe 2021 will be better. And if you actually believe this, just say amen wherever you are. Like, just receive it. Like, it will be better. It can only get better, really. And I feel what we can just do is just to trust God, trust the process. Like, enough of just trying to do things on your own, enough of trying to do things by yourself, enough of just running helter-skelter. Like, if you don't run, nothing is actually going to move. Yes, we understand the place of work, we understand the place of trying your best, but then I just feel like I should tell my people today that a lot of people just have to calm down. Like, just take things slowly this year. Just remember last year, those things you think you could undo yourself, like, how many of it were you able to achieve? Like, I had a long list for God last year. Oh, God was just smiling because, yeah, last year was actually a good year for me though, but then I had a long list, but I found out that it was not just by my power, because a lot of things had to just hold. Like, I was practically useless for certain months because I just had to be home. You know, I had this, okay, I'm going to do this, and everything required me going out of the house, everything required me meeting people. And that was the year where we had to just stay indoors, like nobody meeting anybody, and you just have to stay maxed up. Even when you are outside, you are maxed up, you really don't want to even talk or anything. That is even those few periods we actually went out. So you could actually see if anything still moved that last year, it was not because you made it move. It was not because of your effort, actually. It was because God wanted it to be so. You know, we make it is just about you. Don't feel like it is just about you moving, and things would not probably move if you don't move. Like, a lot of us, I was seeing a movie recently, and a lot was happening to that guy. That guy did not even know what to do again. And the mother was telling him, have you actually told God? Have you spoken to God? And he's like, do God even listen to people? Like, does he even speak back? Yes, it does. God speaks back. You can tell him about that situation. You know, before making all your plans this year, before writing the whole higher education, just sit down. Let him direct you. Let him lead you. Let him tell you what to actually engage yourself in. Let him tell you what to do. See, don't just rest on your own. Don't just rest on your own strength. Just rely totally on him. Actually, that is what I have come here to do today, to just encourage you to rest on God. Let him direct you. Let it be sure when you are telling other people, that okay, when they ask you, okay, how did you get about this, how did you do this, be able to tell them that God told me to do it and I followed. Like, that is actually sweeter, because whatever he has sent you to do, he would back you up. Unlike you just taking things out of your discretion, just going and spending money. You know, a lot of people invest a lot of money into certain things, and you find out there is nothing to show for it because you just did it. You were just guessing. You think like life is all about luck, but no, there is someone who can actually direct you. There is someone who can put you through. There is someone who can tell you, yes, it's time to move. No, it's time to actually stop. And actually, it's best for us to follow. Let's just follow. I think that's the sweetest thing we can give ourselves, to follow God, follow his plan, follow everything he's actually telling us to do this year. And I really trust that when you follow God, things will actually fall in place for you. Amen and amen. Okay, another thing I'll be talking about is your diet. Please, for every one of us that have been eating junks, just go anywhere, just eat anything this year, let it stop. Please, let it stop. Just try to feed on a proper diet. Like, choose things that would nourish your body over things that would destroy your body. Like, choose vegetable over drinks. Choose to cook your food over having to go all out to eat outside and stuff like that. Just invest on your having pimple all over my face, and I actually did not know what happened. I could not just place why I was having pimple. It was not even, I don't know, it was not just supposed to come. It was not just right for me. And then I just sat down. Okay, Shalom, what are you going to do? I felt like, okay, the best thing for me to do was just to watch my diet. Like, believe me, I started watching my diet. I started choosing vegetable over certain drinks. I reduced oil. Like, on the norm, when I want to eat, I like too much oil in my stew like that. I'll just pour it. I just reduced it, because actually, what is even doing to my body? And I reduced my salt, I reduced my Maggi. Do you know that I used to, you might actually start feeling like, what does pimple have to do with Maggi and everything? But I just feel like I'm healthier. Really, that's how I feel. And that Maggi thing, I used to feel like if I want to make stew, until I use 3 Maggi cubes, like, my food is not actually going to be sweet. So, but I reduced it to 1. That was the funniest thing. I actually went on a visit during the break. That was December, and I was speaking with one of my mothers, and she told me that 1 Maggi is actually cool for any kind of food. And then I imbibed that. I started adding 1 Maggi in my food. The funniest thing is my food comes out sweeter. Believe me, forget it. I started adding more onions actually to the food, and then I reduced Maggi drastically like that, and my food, boom, like, everything became better, and my face actually cleared. That's it, it actually cleared. So I was now feeling okay. When I was now doing my review, I felt like maybe the oil I was eating was quite much. Maybe that was why I was having that. So I feel like healthy lifestyle, healthy eating actually promotes a lot of things in you. Like, it makes you believe that you can't just come down with any kind of disease because you are feeding well. You know, when you are feeding more on vegetables, like, vegetables is actually profitable to the body. You reduce your red meat, like, you reduce meat totally. Sometimes you eat just egg, you eat fish more, you do those things you are supposed to do. Like, you wake up in the morning, the first thing the first diet or the first food you have is your fruit. You just mix your fruit together and you drink, stuff like that. It will really make you healthy, and you would come out shining. People start asking you, okay, what is it to your skin, this, that, and I've actually got a lot of comments this year, and then I can't prepare food. There are people who prepare food for you, and they will bring it down to you, and all you just need to do is warm your food and eat it. Really, it's just that simple. So what you just have to do is just call them, they'll cook the effort for you. Me, I'm actually so particular about vegetables because it does a lot of good to the body. Start adding more onions to your food, and maybe when you wake up in the morning, you could just throw 1 tomato. You see that tomato, just throw in your mouth, just eat. It's actually good for the skin, good for your health. It makes you actually better, like yeah, it actually makes you glow. That's the truth. Then water, I was talking about water. Then fruits, yeah, we kind of emphasize that. Fruit, apple in the morning, watermelon, your cucumber, you could grind together, you could mix, you could take it separately. Anyhow, just make sure you feed elderly this year, like it will really go a long way. Yes, I was talking about you trying certain habits that look small, then you can now start putting those big ones you want to do. Yeah, I feel most ladies, we try to do exercise every morning, though some people, I don't know, it's like we don't do it, or we don't just get serious with it. Okay, this is another way, this is another thing I do that actually helps me. Anytime probably I'm back from wherever I went to work or school, anywhere, and I'm back and I get back home and I feel like I just want to watch the TV, maybe anything. Actually, I just want to watch, probably on YouTube, anything. Okay, at that time I just stand up. At that time I try to move my body, I try to do certain things, and I'm watching, so it doesn't look like you're even doing anything. That's the truth. It won't look like you're doing anything, and for real you are doing something. So you will just, while watching, so it's not look like you're wasting your time. Do you understand? You're not wasting your time. You are moving your body, you are standing up, you are trying to skirt, you are trying to jog, you're trying to pull yourself, like, you understand, and then you are still watching the TV. So that is like you're using that time. It's not just about you watching the TV, but you're using that time quite well, because it's not just all about watching the TV, staying, because that is actually not very healthy, to sitting down in a position to watch for hours. It's not healthy. So at that time you're trying to exercise yourself, you're trying to move your body, so you begin to say that enough blood begin to flow well, unlike you sitting in one position and you begin to have certain cramps, because blood is not actually flowing well in your body. So this year, just make sure those times you sit to watch TV, it's not just about watching TV. You sit down, you exercise yourself, you move your body, and you get better. Do you understand?